the practice. And I'm going to invite you, if you don't already have this, to take 2 of these blankets in addition to a bolster and maybe something to cover your eyes. If you don't have a bolster, an additional 2 blankets will do the job just fine. As you can see, it looks pretty much the same. All right? So we will begin lying on our left side. This is important, don't get that confused. You want to lie on your left side, okay? So one of the blankets will be folded like so. Your head is going to go here, so this blanket will be for your head. And the other blanket, the bolster will be to support the top leg, the right leg. So you're going to come around, lie on your side, take your time, straighten out the bottom leg, and now bring your right knee and the right ankle into that support, okay? And once you have that, lower down that left arm, and as you do, really reach the arm forward so that you're on the back part of the shoulder. And the neck should be long here. So you may find that this feels a little bit low. It does for me. So I fold it up a bit more so that I can be in this position, yeah? So there's a bit of a rounding here. And then this other blanket is just so that I can rest my top arm. Now, if it's cold, then you would take another blanket and bring all the way around. If you have a wall near you, which is the case for me, but I don't want to show it there because you can't see as well, you would have your whole back body against the wall. But if the wall's cold, then you need a blanket there. Yeah, so that support to your back will feel tremendous as well. Now this pose, we only do it lying on our left side because the descending colon is on the left side. So you want things to move down, apana vayu. We want things to be assimilated properly. So after a meal that you feel hasn't digested so well, for whatever reason, this is a really great pose to go into. Spend a good 15 minutes here. Today we're going to have to carry on because we have a few more things to do with our time together. But if I didn't have other things to show you, I would keep us here for the entire time. And if you feel that the ground is a little bit too hard for you, then place another blanket under you, yeah? That will be very helpful. Especially a blanket that goes from here, from the base of the shoulder to the hip level, just to lift you up in that a little. Feels very supportive. So keep that in mind. When you're doing restorative, it's good to just grab as many blankets as you possibly can and have them near. And then of course you take your scarf, if you're going to be here for a while, and bring it around like so. You want it to be warm, you want it to be dark, you want it to be comfortable and safe and quiet. No music is best, but if you have some soft, beautiful music that you enjoy, then that will work just fine. Now from here, we're going to go into a twist. So some of you who have tight shoulders, you may want to take this blanket all the way over to the other side to support that back shoulder as you open up like this. Now the pillow for the head, if you had it up high as I did, you're going to undo that. And the idea here is you can bring both forearms down. I like to do that and position yourselves down again. Is to have that top hip as far away from the shoulder as possible. The shoulder either on the ground or on the prop. And then both the knee and the ankle stay on the prop as before. Now, if you don't need that prop for your shoulder and you'd like to go a little bit higher on your knee, I like that, go for it. Bring it like so, okay? And then here again, the strap, the cover for the eyes. So you are creating length from the center of the body and then revolving around that, and then finally just letting yourselves be in the pose. And then noticing any places that you're holding on to tension and letting that tension go. So ideally here too, you'd press that pause button and spend another 5 to 10 minutes just with this alone. And for the sake of our time together, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. So roll back to the side as you did before. And if you had that blanket back behind you or if you had it back under you, what I'm going to ask you to do, actually first lift yourself up with the top arm. You want to put the least effort possible in these transitions. Like for you to take that blanket all the way down because your ankle will be very happy to have it, like so. And then from here, again, same knee and ankle on the bolster. You're going to come around so that you line on your belly. And again, turn the head out to the side. Again, place that cover. So the idea here is to move the inner groin of that right leg towards the inner knee. And to move the outer hip towards the outer knee. Now, you can take your hand and encourage that outer hip to move. This is great. If you have a sandbag and you know how to use it, place it there. This will feel really good. So you're spreading the sacrum, spreading the whole area, all those muscles in the back body. And giving the inner groins a chance to release. Breathe. You should feel the abdomen moving towards the earth and then receding away from the earth and moving back again and receding at your own pace. And again, this is another tremendous opportunity to press that pause button and enjoy this for another 10, 15 minutes. This release, we tighten the groin so much. And now as we prepare to move on to the other side, you can just come up onto your forearms and bend the legs. Flip the bolster off to the other side or turn around as I will do so that you can see better. So this was already here, perfect. And then you will not do the side line because you're on your right side. The ascending colon is here, so you don't need to lie on the right side. But you do want to do the twist on the right side. So whether you had the blanket, this additional blanket here on top, or if you had it for your shoulder, go ahead and do that. Or maybe it's the other shoulder that needs a little extra cushion. So go ahead and do that. And then come on back down and cross that leg over. And then here again. Just letting go. So the practice of restorative yoga is truly about learning how to simply be. Now the first thing that we will encounter is a very resistant mind. A mind that likes to travel to various places pretty much all the time. And so you patiently and kindly invite the mind to come back to sensations in the body. That's it. perhaps the breath moving in and out. Perhaps you're counting the breath. But the shape that you're in, provided it's comfortable, of course. That's why it's so important to maneuver in a way that brings you to that comfortable state. It does not move. It stays still for the duration of the pose, which is much longer than what we're doing here today. So the benefits to twists are endless. And they can be done in a restorative mode such as this. And then bring that top arm over, coming back to the side again. Take a moment there. And then pick up, using the arm to pick yourself up, roll all the way onto your belly. And then you find that, that ankle is a little uncomfortable and you can't settle so well, yeah? At least that's the case for me. So you take the time to come back up. I know. And move the blanket down. And that's why it's so interesting that once you do position yourselves in these comfortable places, that you stay there for a while. For sure, it takes some effort getting there. Again, the abdomen receding on the out-breath and expanding on the in-breath. Back and forth. Allowing for space between the shoulder blades, back of the neck, wherever there is a restriction of sorts, go ahead and open that up. If it feels cold, you would want to place a blanket over you. If it feels uncomfortable in any way, you would want to look for more props to support that area. Maybe your right shoulder needs a prop. Maybe your left shoulder needs a prop. Maybe underneath you feels too bony to be on the mat, and then you'd add a prop to the ground over your mat. Again, pressing the pause button here, enjoying this for another 5 minutes at least. And then as you're ready, walk that left knee back. And come and bring your forehead onto the prop. As you bring the forehead to the prop, draw the forehead towards the ridge of your nose. This has a very relaxing effect. Make sure that the neck is long. You may need to wiggle a couple times. The arms are out to the sides. And then you can just enjoy this prone shavasana. Make sure you have enough room behind you so the toes turn in a little. Just feeling the support of the earth. There's often a lot of resistance, a lot of gripping in the region of the abdomen. So when we feel the earth underneath us, when we have that support, we can let go of the gripping. In turn, the anxiety subsides. And we can return to presence. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Deeper and deeper into relaxation. Deeper and deeper into surrender. Letting go. Once more, another pause, another 10 minutes, perhaps here. The longer you'd go, the more that sympathetic nervous system goes away, leaving room for the parasympathetic system to step in and in turn renew you. And then those of us who are ready, let's take our hands, let's come up into hands and knees. And let's use the bolster to sit on, or maybe the two blankets. Sit on tall, nice and long. Noticing the effects of the practice. Knowing that it's here for you to return to again and again and again. Blessing from Yogananda. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved God, may that infinite light shine on the sanctuary of our devotion. And may we be able to awaken Thy light, Thy love in our heart. Om Peace, Shanti, Shalom.